let's talk about Superman because James Gunn chose to reveal our first look at Superman, and it was definitely a reveal of all time. It was.
I hate everyone.
When he's putting on boots, he's ruining Superman.
Oh no, we're seeing a small down-to-earth personal moment for a character we've literally never seen.
Yeah, Mitch.
It's the reaction this picture's got is actually embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's so embarrassing. Like, man's literally like, it's from the set. Cool. It's a set photo, but it doesn't fit in properly. It's a set photo.
Oh, no,
it hasn't got the CGI on
No,
it.
it gets even better. It gets even better when people are complaining that why isn't it a giant onesie instead of him having pieces put together? Why isn't Martha can't sew it all together for him? I'm like, the suit may be different. She may not be able to sew alien fabric together. You don't know if she can even do it with the current technology.
Also, have you ever tried putting on a onesie really quick with thick boots? I doubt. I can't imagine it be easy.
It's like, okay. So I'm going to take us back a step. So this whole thing, right? It starts with the way they chose to reveal it, which I get it. It's not everybody's favorite choice. Yeah, him sitting down, showing the wrinkles and everything, the suit being dirty, overly photoshopped the background and blurred out, a terrible reflection. Like, yes, it was a bad choice to reveal it like that. I agree. But make no mistake about it. Any way they chose to reveal this was going to get blowback.
Oh,
like,
100%. Yeah,
if it would have been David standing on top of a building with the Daily Bugle sign behind him or Daily Planet posing, people would be like, well, Zack Snyder, he did it first. Like, anything they do, people already did that. Like, the first photo reveal of Henry Cavill's Superman was him in, like, the vault when he's fighting Zod and he's like, holding. And people were already like, oh, see, James Gunn had to do a scene from the final battle because he's copying Snyder. It's like, no matter what he does, this was always going to get blowback. Now, again, I'm not defending the thing because I think the way they revealed it was kind of dumb. You should have had it perfectly posed so it's not wrinkly and crinkly and looks loose on him because the actor is 6'6", for the love of God, like,
no,
and he's put on, that's what they're saying.
No.
And he's put on some size, so like, should have been perfectly there. I don't know.
Oh, he's 1.9.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, 1.93 meters.
Oh, okay. That's
I know meters is scary to Americans. But
yes, it is. I don't like it.
6'3". Wow, he's an inch taller than me. It's not that big.
Oh, okay, they were exaggerating 6'6". Oh, so maybe that's when he's put like
he might be 6'6" in heels, but
okay. Well, he is still relatively new to Hollywood, so I guess that's a factor too. They don't know everything about him yet, but
true.
I mean,
they haven't got the sneaky tape measure out yet.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I like what I see from the suit. I like it. It's
a good suit. My only complaint with the entire reveal is I think the picture's fine. It's a set photo. It doesn't have to be immaculate. It's a set photo at the end of the day. Like, the vibe they give off with that is exactly what the movie needs. That's what he's not. The picture's not meant to show you the suit exactly. That's why he's not standing there T-posing, right? It's just meant to give you a vibe of the movie.
Yep.
It does that well. The vibe is great of it. I just wish the first time we saw the suit was a cleaner look.
Mm-hmm.
Because people aren't looking at the legs and going, oh, the blue's really dark. It's like, no, the blue's really bright. If you look at his legs, shit's bright, right?
Yeah, and he's also like covered in dirt and muck, and you can tell it's a battle. Like,
this guy's been doing something. Like, maybe he's changing. Who knows? Like, he's right. Maybe he actually is changing. Maybe he's literally changing suits.
Right? Like know. That. For all we know, like, this could literally be like, oh, he's changing into another evolved suit that's going to be more proper Superman. And like, I look at this suit. The thing that stood out to me automatically was, obviously, we talk about it all the time. The MCU lines are so prevalent, but also compare the lines in this suit to like Adam Warlock and Captain America, and James Gunn clearly just brought over blueprints and said, "This is it." like,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the only
There's 3 lines. There's what the 3
yeah,
on the shoulders and then a couple of squares on the wrist. It's if anyone says it's over design, shut up.
and people
Learn what it means.
like, dude, go look at the Man of Steel suit. Henry Cavill is wearing a G-string. There's a G-string going up from the belt all the way up to like the top of his hips. Like, that was also had silver lines and they were puffy and like. So don't say, oh, the random lines. It's like, yeah, they were also on the last suit too. Like,
because if you look at the definition of over designed, right, it's like needlessly complex.
Yeah.
What's more complex? A couple of lines on a suit, or the whole entire fat texture on your suit being a different language that's not real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's kind of right there. Like, it's also a Superman suit. It doesn't really change, despite it being different. Right? It's the most basic suit you could ever make. Nothing's over designed on it.
Yeah.
It's maybe the underwear on the outside, maybe, but
because it's not a
different argument. I'm not going to get into.
What the underwear? He has to have it.
He does have it as well.
Yes, good.
I say good personally. I'm not even a Trunks fan, but we're at the point now where I think he kind of needs it at least for the first one.
Yeah,
it needs to be there.
I'm not obsessed with having him on the suits. I personally don't care, but I think like during the evolution of the character, it gives you enough leeway to change it. Sort of like they did in Superman and Lois. That suit doesn't include the trunks, and it's my favorite Superman suit of all time. I don't need him on there, but like you said, for the sake of evolution and in the next film, or maybe even end of this film, when the suit evolves a little bit, you change things around. And maybe by the second film, he has a more proper suit. It's like, hey, look, it's a skin tight thing and it doesn't have over complex lines. Like, you got to give it some room to breathe, Like, Captain America's suit changes every film, sometimes twice in a film. And even when they went from the first Avenger to reusing the suit as the Smithsonian suit, it was still substantially changed. It wasn't the original suit. Like, take liberties with it and slowly evolve it. So I really like what I'm saying. Like everything here to me, I like what I'm seeing. It works. It works to me.
Yeah.
Tristan, what's your overall feeling on like some of the complaints and
I mean,
this?
I've seen a lot of the complaints, and it's just basically what Mitch was saying is that you don't have to like the suit, but you have to respect what they're trying to do, because it's the first suit for Superman in this world that they're trying to build that already has superheroes or superpowered beings, and he's trying to navigate that by establishing himself. So he's not going to have the I guess the iconic super suit that people, or a certain amount of people, would associate him with, which would be him in trunks, or him in a onesie. It's him trying to find himself and what he wants to represent. So you're not going to see that suit. You're going to see some type of suit that he came up with that fits him for that, I guess, that movie or that point in time until he comes into his own. So it's just it's what it is. For me personally, the suit, it's okay. I'm not like mad at it or anything like that. I do kind of scratch my head at some of the things where people want, I guess, the first image of the suit to be crisp, clean, and not dirty. But with this, they're trying to show that he's supposed to be kind of like an everyman, everyman's hero, where he's trying to do the right thing. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's trying to, and that's why you see it's dirty. Like, he's just still fighting, still trying to fight. I guess from what you can see from the background. So.
Yeah, it's the massive Kamehameha in the background.
Yeah, that I didn't know, like, if it was coming to Earth or going or
I say that's out. What people going. Oh, it's Brainiac ship shrinking. I'm like, well, what direction is it going in? Yeah, I can't. Is it firing or is it going away?
Well, now people believe it's the other character that's essentially DC's version of Ego, and honestly, yeah, it's like a super. So it's such a complex story. It's like a creature from the future that's sent to the past, and it's related to our man, and it becomes like a sentient robot son. And I kind of see it in this. Like, it might be that character. Like,
that'd be kind of wild. No, that's
yeah. Like, but
no,
also,
I'll never forgive Gunn if he does that right. And Ego, we get
I know.
half a shot of a planet with a face that doesn't even move. I will never forgive. He's on thin ice for that movie anyway, but it might be starting to crack. Just like all these, people online cracking at one tiny little wrinkle in a suit around the shoulders because God forbid fabric bends.
Like, you know what this reminds me of? Every Spider-Man suit is bad because it doesn't have TASM 2 crinkles when he swings.
This is the thing, right? People want the Spider-Man suit to have the wrinkles.
Yeah.
But the second anything else has a wrinkle and actually acts like cloth or any other material,
so
they don't shit fit. And I'm like,
so some actually want Spider-Man to have like a turkey neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
like
it's a classic case of MCU brain rot, right?
Other
people do it, we want it. Marvel do it, we don't want it.
Yeah.
That DC's just getting that without having done anything yet.
No.
It's like, even if it's not just a set picture and that's how it's going to be in the movie, it's cool. Just your people are too used to having CGI flat everything. Like nothing wrinkles in CGI.
Like, were people expecting this suit to look like a Batman and Robin muscle suit like Henry Cavill wore, painted blue? Like, I'm sorry, but his suits, he was a jacked guy. So why were his suits literally made to like add fake muscle all over the place? Like, I was a foot away from that suit. I've seen it in person. It is just hanging, and it's like 30 pounds of fake muscle. I don't get it.
Because the definition's hidden by the material. There's no material that clings like that and lets you have movement. So you have to put, regardless of the size of your actor, you have to put the padding in there to give it the definition that people want.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't have it. So unless you don't have the definition in there and you just CGI it in, which is probably going to look even worse.
Well, remember, James Gunn said they're doing a lot of stuff practically and not running over it with CG because, again, he's saying that as a good thing. Like, yeah, we're doing the film style. But the reality of it is they got to do it to save money. Like, this is not going to be a super expensive film, Like, this ain't going to be.
Actually learn the Kamehameha.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
Yeah. They're all dedicated to their craft, man.
James Gunn's just going to blow a hole in the mountain.
Oh man! So
yes, I have been watching Dragon Ball. That shouldn't be much of a secret at this point.
There we go. Well, we'll be back to talk more about this. Obviously, there's going to be plenty more reveals coming soon if they're doing this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next. So stay tuned, everybody.
Suit good, shut up. This is my final.
Done. Exactly.